At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
You've heard me talk about Squares golf shoes and how they help you hit the golf ball further. And many of you are saying, oh, come on, Faldo, give us a break. How is that possible? But yes, they do. And it's proven with science.
What we noticed with the Square shoes was the shoe keeps the pressure in a more stable fashion towards the inside of the trail heel, allowing pressure to get to the lead side, generating much more club and speed and distance gain.
Visit squares.com. Change your shoes, change your game. Squares, the distance golf shoe.
And we're back, teeing up on the 10th tee, and Mr. Wise, the wisest man in golf, is joining us on the 10th tee on BGT TV and BGT 2.0 on the Ignite Golf Network. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing well.
I'm looking back behind you. I see all the nice product placement, like I'm watching TV. Turf Life hat, Turf Life from here. I like it.
No, this is the what?
No. I'm talking about behind you. Yeah, that's awesome. And you see now you caught yourself, right?
Now I feel guilty.
Why?
Maybe I should change rooms.
No, it's a beautiful room. It's a shop dough. It's all good. It's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know. So how's everything going, Mr. Wise?
It's going great.
You survived the storm.
Yes,
well, there's another one coming.
There's another one coming.
There's another one coming.
As a matter of fact, there might be another one coming, but maybe Mr. Wise is going to leave town and head up to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, where Major Ed Invitational will be taking place on September 25th. And we are going to be broadcasting live from the event itself, Bill.
I think he's going to miss that storm while he's in Mexico.
Mexico.
He got a lot. You do know this is the most traveled man in golf besides Major Ed, right? Because he doesn't stop either. He's all over the place.
I don't know that I could keep up with him, but
I don't think anybody could keep up with Major Ed. I don't think anybody could.
Well, before we get to our esteemed guest, John Daly Major Ed Foundation, Heart of a Lion, two-time PGA Major Champion John Daly and combat wounded veteran Major Ed Pulido, U.S. Army retired, joined forces to make a major impact in the world of philanthropy. I can't even pronounce that. Yeah. Both men know how important it is to have a great heart for America's children, first responders, and our nation's veterans. As major contributors to organizations they strongly believe in, they realize that if they combine their efforts, they could increase support and awareness in meeting the mission requirements of these nonprofits. Hence is the rise of the Heart of a Lion Foundation, John Daly Major Ed Foundation. And joining us here on Big's Golf Talk, we are heading to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, for the September 25th event. Join us, Major Edward Pulido, here on Big's Golf Talk. Major Ed, how's it going?
Hey,
yeah, he's right there.
And
it is a great day to be American.
You're
exactly right, sir. Now, we've had you on, multiple times talking about the Major Ed John Daly Foundation and the Heart of a Lion and what you guys are doing. It's been a few years now. Where's the foundation now? How's things going for you guys?
well, we got to start out by saying that one of the most important things that happens in philanthropy is you got to have good numbers. And whatever you do, your numbers have to speak for themselves. And this year we came out at 84 cents of every dollar going to the cause, which to me, that's what it's all about. That was our goal from the get-go. In fact, we actually were looking at 80 cents of every dollar. Really, that's where we need to be with the expenses that we have. But, doing events that we do across the country, 20% of those dollars goes to supporting our warriors and getting them to play golf, et cetera. So that really is a great expense. When you really look at it, it's about 95 cents of every dollar going directly to the cause. So to me, I'm just honored and grateful that I have a lot of great patriots like you that, have stepped up to the plate, supported this endeavor after I retired from the Folds of Honor, and now I'm doing something a little different. I really didn't want to, get back in the saddle like I did, but that's what happens when you join forces with John Daly, and he's across the country doing things. He's actually playing in St. Louis this week, and then next week we're in Sioux Falls to do an event. And we're kind of like a group of traveling gypsies, man. We run around everywhere and do events and spread, what I call Christmas cheer all year round for first responders, veterans, and children's causes, and the elderly too, with a lot of Vietnam veterans that we have that are older and need our support. So that to me is a snapshot of what we're all about. And to all the listeners out there, God bless America. God bless everything that we're doing. And it is about faith and love for country and our love for our families.
Absolutely, 100% agree. You're doing a good job. You keep doing a good job, and you keep outdoing yourself to year after year after year. We were just talking before we brought you on. We don't know how you do it. We have no idea how you do it, how you continue to do it. And your wife, Karen, is a saint because they say absence makes the heart grow fonder. So she really, 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 really loves you because I don't know how you do it. You help raise two little girls, beautiful women now, out from college. You got one, she's a senior. Kinsey's a senior now in high school.
Yeah, she's all grown up, about to go. She's looking at Arkansas, and of course, we'll have her apply at OU and OSU maybe. But my point is that we're just trying to get her to college. And you know what? That's what it's all about in America, man, education. Why wouldn't you use your gifts and your talents to move your needle forward and get a quality education? You know that better than I do. You can do it in the military, or you can do it in college, or you can do it in civic duty and responsibility.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, my girls opted to go into the Army and then go to college. Why I wanted college and then the Army, they did it the opposite way. So it's kind of, I don't know how, I guess it's kind of weird for me that they would go work first and then take on the load of college instead of going to college and living a little bit and then going into the military. So it's the struggle's real because I get to live the struggle with her every single day of what she's doing. And I'm like, I just keep saying, man, college, if she would have gone to college, she would have gotten some extra rank. She could have done ROTC. You could have done this. You could have done that. But it's in my head. It doesn't come out of my mouth because I don't want her to be upset that, hey, but because she's serving our country. 2 broken legs, a blank round to the eye. She's still going, and still pushing forward. So, and she's in Hawaii where all that mess is going on over there with the fires and everything. So she watching your little girl struggle and saying, I told you so. I haven't done yet. Not yet. Yeah. So it's and I even wore her shirt. In the back of it, she drew it. She drew the logo for her battalion that graduated that class. She is military intelligence, and sometimes I question that because she's in the top percentile of the top percentile. And I'm like, really? I raised that child. So yeah, I battle with that every now and then. So I'm looking forward to seeing your event. I know she's spoken with you while she's been in her trials and tribulations through the military. And I tell her 10 years, man, at least give me 10, give Dad 10, and then decide what you want. She can work in any 3 letters of the alphabet afterwards. So the military gives, and it also takes. I also see the downside of it.
Let's talk about giving, because post COVID, Major Ed Pulido, um, have you noticed that, are we getting back to companies giving back, helping our military? Because I know for a while there, the first year or so, year and a half, companies didn't have the funds, didn't have the money, didn't have the support to give to charity at all. Are you seeing a big comeback, a big surge coming back to normal when it comes to giving back from major contributors and things like that to you guys?
That's actually a great question. I would say that it's about a 50-50 comeback. I wouldn't say it's all the way. There's a lot of organizations out there, a lot of great ones doing a lot of great work. And it's an extremely competitive market, not just in the veteran space, but in just charitable giving alone. And the economy is what plays a huge role right now in what I'm seeing that's problematic. And, with high gas prices, the economy and the dynamics of, $700 more families are spending basic, items of interest. It's a very tough market out there. I've seen a lot of companies rebound and come back, and they are making money. So that's the great part about it. But when you talk about the everyday consumer that may want to give a donation, it's a pretty tough thing for them. And I know that Bill was talking about his daughter. I'll tell you what, the military, God bless the military, and I'm just so glad that she's in there doing that. But I think there's some things going on too that you cause problems for young people in the military that are just doing the right thing. And then you let these other fly by nights run around and play dress up and do all this other craziness, and you don't say anything about it. And there has to be a standard of excellence. And Bill's right. These young people want to join the military, and they're not meeting their numbers because there's a lot of just wokeness and a lot of cultural negativity. And you know what? At the end of the day, when I joined the United States Army, one of the things that my father told me back then, and this is something that I think for all young people to know, is that when you took that oath of office, it's to wear the same uniform, to look like everybody else, to be on the same team, to have the same culture, to have the same team cohesion, and all of this other stuff that comes around with the drama queen aspect of things. And that's what I call it, because it's a bunch of attention-seeking people. That's not what the military is all about. So I'm going to tell anybody that, and I'll frickin' break it down to anybody that wants to hear it, because I have no problem telling people, wake up, get up, go to work, make a difference, change lives, and make an impact, and be motivational and respect one another. You know what? You want to serve and you want to play dress up after work, that's fine. Do your thing. But at the end of the day, you put on that uniform with honor, duty, and responsibility. And now I'm coming in hot about it, because I tell you what, I love your daughter, and your daughter's done a great job. And it's people like her that I'm going to freaking salute at the end of the day and say, you know what? You are the standard of excellence for our military, not all of this other fly-by-night stuff. And you know what? To the Secretary of Defense, you know what? He needs to wake up and get with the program. Because I tell you what, these young soldiers need to be in the military, and they need to stay. And they need to work.
They want to, but it makes it really, really difficult.
Correct, because of the Department of Defense. So I'm gonna, you know what? I get paid by the Department of Defense, so don't take my check away. But what, leadership is important. Lead by example. And right now, we're not leading by example when you have people in even at the highest levels of office, that they can't even wake up and motivate and inspire the American people. And that, to me, is what's problematic. And that's what I'm seeing across the country. And that's why I'm bringing it up, is because the American people are tired of just the chaos and the negativity and just the brutality of how we treat one another as individuals. And I always respect the presidency, but at the end of the day, we can call out the actions of the policies. And that's what I'm talking about right now. Policy needs to be...
Well, I could certainly talk about, because I just seen a news story just the other day. I guess there was a Medal of Honor ceremony, and the highest leader of our country walks out in the middle of it.
Correct.
Now, Yeah, I mean, I could get going and start getting on my soapbox about that, and it doesn't matter on where you sit on the side of the aisle. If you vote Republican, you vote Democrat, or you vote Independent. The bottom line is this gentleman is the leader of our free world, of our country, and you walk out of an important ceremony such as the Medal of Honor, and that's sad.
It's sad.
There's a lot of sad things. What happened in Hawaii, which is part of the U.S., apparently people don't understand that. That fell short as well. And having my kid there in Hawaii with the military.
Why would it be any different than Puerto Rico? I mean, we've seen you fall short on whenever Puerto Rico gets attacked.
You know what you know what the difference is? That Puerto Rico is the Commonwealth. Hawaii is a state. It's not part of us. It's not a little part of it. It is part of us. And I think what they did to the people was a slap in the face. You know what I mean? I have to say what they did, because is it one person? I'm not sure about that, because I don't know what that one person is actually doing. But to see that stuff and see the effect that it's had even on the military, because my daughter's there, and while her MOS keeps her out from that part of it, her friends are going into it. They have all the infantry people and everything that were working with it, and listening to that kind of stuff, it kind of hurts your heart. You know what I mean?
The one thing is, and let's get back to the Heart of the Lion Foundation.
Yes.
The one thing that we're doing, and one thing I say Major Ed is doing and leading the way along with John Daly and their party, their crews, right, is where our government is falling short. John Daly and Major Ed is picking up that slack and making sure that nobody gets left behind on the field of battle with our first responders, with our military, and there's other organizations out there that do a terrific job and do something different and stuff like that. But Major Ed, again, it takes money, it takes support, and it takes giving for you guys to be able to operate your foundation and everything else. You do have a golf outing that's coming up on September 25th. Concert on September 24th. That's Sunday. A big old launch party and everything else. You guys do a terrific job with that. Are there still openings for golfers on the 25th? How could somebody support if they can't be there in person? Give us all the logistics of how somebody could actually support your foundation.
Question, and I know that I came in a little hot on the other stuff, so
that's okay.
God bless, and
we love when you do. We love when you do.
Yeah, we'll pray for all those people, and that's all.
That's all we can do.
Pray for the people of Maui and the people of this nation to be free. But we have a great golf event coming up, and you know what? John Daly's done an incredible job of just getting things up and running for us and helping us out. So big shout out to him. But I'm at the Greens Country Club. I've been doing this event for 10 years. It's a very special event. I took it back from Warriors for Freedom when they were doing it, and we weren't just raising the type of money that I felt like we needed to raise for the cause. And so now we are doing very well. We're sold out. So that's an answer to one of the questions. We're actually sold out at 45 teams. I shouldn't put 45 teams on scale, but that little golf course is
it's for charity.
Yeah. But you know what? We're good.
Yeah.
We got country music artists coming from Nashville. We got a concert on Sunday night, got a concert on Monday. We have an opening ceremony that's going to be over the top. And we've got a lot of people that are going to come and just listen to music, party, hang out. And you know what? Celebrate freedom and celebrate sacrifice and celebrate, the cause. And to me, you're right. There's a lot of causes out there. I just happen to be involved in one that I really care a lot about. And when you get a wheelchair for a veteran, or you save someone's life from suicide, or you connect them with a mental health worker that can help them and guide them. Or the other day we connected someone that needed an attorney, got in trouble. It was a really fluke thing. And it was just one of those things where the veteran didn't have identification on them. And all of a sudden now, there comes some negativity. But when you talk to the first responder people and the police and the detectives, and you follow through on some things, and you say, you know what, can we give this veteran a second chance? That at the end of the day, you know what, people work with you. And he didn't do anything to cause any negativity or change his trajectory of his life. But I think what it did was it gave him an opportunity to say, you know what, maybe I made a small mistake and I've got to change and I'm going to make it happen. And that's what's happening. And that's what we see every day with the work that we do. And, whether it's a first responder family, we just had an individual that shot his wife and killed her, and they were both deputies on the force. And you know what? We're going to try to support that family in some way that we can. You never know these stories that happen. And certainly when an officer goes down, we want to be there to support that as well. So, again, that's what we've done. 35 organizations funded across the platform all over the country. And we're going to continue to fund organizations as we move forward. And we do internal work, too, every day to save lives. So that, to me, is kind of the caveat of what we're all about. And you guys have been with me since day one, so that's something to be proud of.
We are.
We are definitely proud of it, and we're truly honored to be a part of it, to show our support. And I think it's been, 13 years. We've been brothers, Bill, me, you, and Greg. I don't know how long you've known Major Ed, but I'll tell you,
I'm adopted.
Found you in the major, huh?
Hey, I just want to let everybody know and kind of give an idea of the show of respect by people that have supported Major Ed over the past. Steve Hopkins, who makes our golf bags and everything else. I want to pop this up and show the latest JDME golf bag that Steve Hopkins made for Major Ed, and here it is.
There you go. Hurrah! I love that bag. Look at that smile back there, $1 million smile.
And Major Ed, I could imagine there's many companies that give you stuff with name and logos on it and stuff like that, and you have truly probably a whole house just to commemorate Major Ed Pulido. But how's this partnership with Steve Hopkins been for you? We have a few minutes here, and I just want to touch on this.
It's been a great partnership. His golf bags are over the top. Very astute individual, attention to detail, and runs a great company. And the thing about it is that, it's like people like the wisest man in golf right there, Mr. G. We're doing a little comic book too, man. I just saw that cover, man. It kind of like, it really kind of touched me, and that's the kind of stuff that we do. It's small, like Bill, connecting us with products and bigs. You know what? The work that you've done with me and Folds of Honor and your family too, hey, that's what it's all about. I can care less really about and I've kind of changed a lot. I don't need all that attention in the world anymore, man. What I need is just people like you that are going to go to battle with me. And that to me is what's most inspiring. And I know that God's with me on this journey too. And I don't just say that like that. You know what? Every day I say a prayer. I said a prayer for my friend who's dealing with a child that has a deal with his heart going on in Colorado, Scott Broucher, one of our big sponsors that does a lot for us. And you know what? We're all family. So, I love that song. We are family.
I got all my sisters with me. Yes, I know the song. Mr. Wise, Mr. G, as you are now formerly known.
G.
Mr.
Like
G.
Mr. G.
Mr. G sounds really good. Mr. G, may I show like a preview of what's coming?
Well, I don't know. Ask Major Ed.
Mr. Ed?
Of course.
All right.
Marketing 101, baby.
That's it right there. That's what he's working with.
I
know we'll get a better picture up there, but that's it. Great day to be an American.com. How you like that?
Story, I don't know. G-Man and I need to talk about all of this, but, the story is going to be, I feel, about, what is it? What does it take to be a great American? All of us are great Americans here. We care about our country. We salute the flag. We love our guiding principles, our Constitution. You know what? You want to play dress up, then you have the freedom to do that. Just don't throw it in my face. That's it, And I'm not saying.
And I think that's the census for most people, to be honest. Some people may not like it, but honestly, with me, I don't care how you roll, as long as you don't push it down my throat or shove it down my kid's face, and definitely not in school. You do whatever you want to do. I don't care. That's your choice. That's why people fight for your freedom. You do that, but you also, when I go out, I'm not all over, a girl in front of the little kids and doing that. Why do I, if I'm not doing it, why would I want them seeing you do it? Respect. You got to have certain kind of respect and boundaries for anything in life.
All right, we got to respect the clock here.
I hate that clock.
September 25th is the golf event. We will be live from the golf event in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And we're going to be on in the morning at some point. We're going to determine that time. I don't know what time the shotgun starts, but we'll figure that out. And we'll start the show. And we'll have something on social media. One thing I want to say is Big's Golf Talk never charges a charity for us to come out and do a live show. And Major Ed, we've been doing it for you for many, many years, every single year. And we'll definitely keep supporting you on that. And we're happy to do it and honored to be there. So thank you for the invite and thank you for having us. Major Ed Pulido, ladies and gentlemen, visit their website at jdme1991.org, jdme1991.org, and they have a grant application on there, military resources, and much more information about there. But that is all at jdme1991.org. Major Ed Pulido, lead us out, my friend.
What a great day to be an American. Hoorah!